This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com.
What's up, world? This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com, giving you the full SmackDown recap for March 3rd, 2016. This one was in Atlanta, Georgia. You had the usual commentators. You had Byron Saxton, Mauro Ranallo, and the Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler. First, you got to start off with a Raw recap of, Dean Ambrose pretty much confronting Triple H and saying that he won a title shot. And then Triple H eventually giving it to him, and then beating the dog snot out of him for giving him a title shot. So that was pretty much that. That you can look at my last Raw recap to get the full details of that. So Dean Ambrose comes to the ring, obviously bruised, obviously battered, sit in a chair in the middle of the ring, and pretty much talk about, hey, I just threw a kink and everything because they already did all their programs. They got graphics up. Triple H versus Roman Reigns, but what if I win? Then he started naming off all these scenarios that could happen if he beat Triple H for the title at, only on the WWE Network, Roadblock. Aptly named because this could be a roadblock for some people going to WrestleMania. It's almost like another pay-per-view before WrestleMania. So Roadblock, he's going to do that. That's goes Saturday, March 12th on the WWE Network. He's going to get to wrestle Triple H for the heavyweight title, and a whole bunch of people are going to get to wrestle on that. So he was like, what if I was to actually win? That would just screw up everything. Kevin Owens come out like, hey, what gives you the right to even be talking? I'm the Intercontinental Champ. You haven't even done nothing. You haven't won anything. And then Kevin Owens pretty much tried to attack him, and Dean Ambrose saw it, counteracted it, and then say, hey, I want to match with you tonight. Hey, whatever. First match, the Usos versus Sheamus and Rusev with the rest of the League of Nations. Back and forth action with, it was big moves on both sides. The number game pretty much sealed the deal for the League of Nations. The Usos wasn't going to be able to beat four people. 2-on-4 isn't going to work. So, with that said, hey, the League of Nations, they won that. It is what it is. Sheamus, bro kick the head off one of Usos' shoulders. Match was really decent. It was an average match with a lot of big moments, so it was a 3 out of 5 for me. After the League of Nations won, Dudley Boys came up there and whooped up on the Usos a little bit more. That is what it is. Next thing they cut away to was a Raw recap of Stephanie being upset at Shane McMahon ruining her moment in the WWE Universe, accepting him as somebody that could potentially come and run the company. So, like I say, hit my Raw recap of that, and you'll be able to see that whole thing. I had talked about that in more detail. Then you went to your second match, was actually Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. This was a match, kind of like a rematch from Raw, where The Miz was able to get a quick pin victory over Dolph Ziggler. Well, lo and behold, Dolph Ziggler turned the tides. He got a quick pin victory on The Miz. Match was only about a 2 out of 5. It was an average match. And I would go on record and say this SmackDown was better than Raw, and it's better than a lot of the SmackDowns that's happened recently. Outside of that, this match that I just mentioned, Dolph Ziggler versus Miz, which was a quick match, the matches were really decent. The people in Atlanta got a really good show. They actually concentrated more on wrestling than more on just staying on the mic and, doing mic skills. So the people in Atlanta got a really good show. So they cut away to R-Truth getting food, and he saw, obviously down and depressed Goldust eating his food. He went over and he's like, look, Goldust, I was kind of harsh on Raw. I just shut you up and shut you down for the most part. Jojo don't tell me nothing. Hey, look, I'm seeing the vision of our tag team, the Golden Truth. Let's do it. Goldust was like, look, man, I'm not a fool, man. You're not about to, I'm not somebody you can play with. You can't tour with me. You want to just disrespect me. You want to put food in my face. I do it for you. Blah, rub food all in his own face. Say, hey, how'd it make you feel? And left. And, now R-Truth is feeling bad because now he said he want to do the tag team and Goldust doesn't want to do it. So they went to the third match. You got Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks for the number one contenders title, number one contenders match for the Divas title that Charlotte holds at WrestleMania. They had good action back and forth, they fighting, boom. Charlotte and Ric Flair comes down to the ring, go ringside, go by the commentary booth. They still fighting. Both of the ladies, they land outside. Ric Flair, he goes up, he gets up, he dancing, he woo! Woo! On top of both of the ladies. Both of the ladies get up to be like, hey, what's up with that? And Charlotte comes in, boom, attack both of them from behind. Match thrown out. It's a double disqualification. Charlotte continued to beat up on both ladies. It is what it is. So it was a double disqualification. Match was a 3 out of 5. Charlotte is seen walk with Ric Flair. They're happy about what they've done. She get interviewed and she was like, "Look, neither one of them deserve a title shot. What has Sasha Banks done to deserve a title shot? I already beat Becky Lynch twice for a title match. What does either one of them deserve?" Interviewer was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, for WrestleMania, you got a triple threat match." Ric Flair and Charlotte, they walk away with the gas face. They're like, so that was that. They did a Raw recap of Vince McMahon talking about the Undertaker going to handle up on his son Shane McMahon, which would allow him to run the company and Stephanie and Triple H run the company the way that he wants. Undertaker comes out, grab Vince by the throat, and tell him, "Look, you know what's going to happen once this Hell in the Cell match starts. The blood of that boy is on your hand," and walks out. Fourth match, you got Kofi Kingston versus AJ Styles. Of course, the New Day is ringside, and you have all kind of good moves, back and forth action on that. The New Day start interfering. The referee caught him, so the referee throws him out. And while they're going back, Kofi like, "Oh man, how you doing that to my boys?" And he's looking at the rest of the New Day leaving, and AJ Styles able to take advantage of that, give a really flying elbow to his face, pin him, and then the New Day runs to try to trap him, but AJ was able to, get out the ring and just get around it, and be able to run to the back. So that match was a 3 out of 5. Bray Wyatt cuts a promo and pretty much saying that, "Hey, you put Brock Lesnar in my way, but we've proven that we'll beat up on everybody." So he pretty much saying he's looking forward to fighting Brock Lesnar at Roadblock. Get people to watch it. That's going to be a match at Roadblock. Bray Wyatt versus the Conqueror, Brock Lesnar. So that's going to be a match. Then they talked about the newest inductees into this year's 2016 WWE Hall of Fame, which is the Fabulous Freebirds. Go check them out on the WWE Network. I love the search option. You can just type it right in. They give you matches for them. So it's no muss, no fuss. Fifth and final match was Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. Of course, Dean Ambrose is still hurt. Brock Lesnar suplexed him into a car window and things like that. And he had many matches that was brutal over the last few weeks. So Kevin Owens was pretty much punishing him ribs the entire fight. They went back and forth, action back and forth. Dean Ambrose was able to counter a move and sneak in his dirty deeds, and he was able to get the pin victory over Kevin Owens. Like I said, that match was a 3 out of 5. Like I was saying, this has been a more quality SmackDown. This was a above average SmackDown, with the exception of that quick match with Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. I mean, they really put time in the ring and got the crowd into it through wrestling. It wasn't talking and none of that. Hey, keep giving me these thumbs up, these thumbs down, comment. Hey, tell your friends to comment. Follow me on PlayTime Care. Subscribe to me on PlayTimeCare.com. I just don't only do wrestling. I do a whole bunch of stuff, food, jokes, all that type of stuff. I have that on there. And, follow me on everything. I'm always PlayTimeCare.com.